Today, I am going to explain a horror slasher movie. Terrifier was released on 2016. Its director is Damien Leone. This movie got a 5.6 out of 10 IMDb rating. Let's get started. A man is watching a small TV where Monica Brown, a talk show host, interviews a severely disfigured woman who is the sole survivor of a massacre that took place the previous Halloween. Brown mentions that the body of the killer, known only as Art the Clown, disappeared from the morgue, suggesting that he is still alive. However, the disfigured woman insists that she saw him die. The man furiously kicks the TV, shattering the glass, and fills a garbage bag with bladed objects. After this, he starts preparing and we see that it's not his real face. He comes into the clown's getup after wearing makeup, but his real face is also very terrible and is not like any normal person at all. He comes to his getup and fills all the necessary tools in his garbage bag and leaves from there. After that, we see Monica again. After the interview, Monica talks to her boyfriend on the phone and makes disparaging remarks about the interviewee because of her appearance. After she hangs up, the disfigured woman, who had been eavesdropping on her, attacks Monica and gouges out her eyes, severely injuring her, and laughs maniacally. From this, we come to know that Art has made a deep impact on her mind, and somewhere she is also becoming like him. On Halloween night, two friends, Tara and Dawn, leave a Halloween party and drunkenly wander back to Dawn's car, where they notice a strange man in a clown costume. He starts showing his creepy smile to them. Dawn starts flirting with him. Tara stops her and Art disappears from there. The man, Art the Clown, follows them into a nearby pizzeria. There too he keeps staring at them. When Tara looks at him, he starts showing his creepy smile. Dawn gets up and goes to him, but he does not pay attention to her at all, and keeps staring at Tara only. Then Dawn forcefully takes a selfie with him. A worker comes to take his order, but he does not even pay attention to him and keeps staring at them. That worker tells him that he will have to order something or else he will have to leave. Art goes to Tara and offers her a ring and forcibly puts the ring in her hand. She thinks he is trying to behave well. Now Art goes towards the washroom, and both of them started eating pizza. After a short time, the restaurant owner roughly escorts Art from the premises for smearing his own feces all over the bathroom walls. The girls discover that one of Dawn's car tires has been slashed, and Tara calls her sister Victoria to come to pick them up. They both sit in the car and wait for Victoria. And meanwhile, Tara was thinking that maybe their tire had been slashed by that clown. Dawn calls her harmless. Art returns to the pizzeria, where he kills the restaurant owner and cuts his head into a Halloween lamp, like a pumpkin. After this, he also killed another worker. Tara tells Dawn that she has to go to the restroom, but there was no restroom around. Then a man comes out of an apartment. Then Tara goes to him. She asks him to use the restroom and he takes her inside. He tells his name is Mike and that he is a pest control worker. There was a problem with rats at that place. Mike leaves the restroom after rats free. Dawn was listening to the radio in the car and the news was being told on it that a black and white costume clown has brutally killed two workers of a restaurant and they are still absconding. Hearing this, Dawn gets horrified when the car door opens and Tara comes inside and sits down. Dawn starts telling her that news and only then she sees that it was Art, not Tara. While Tara was getting out of there, Tara encounters a deluded woman. The doll she carries is her infant believes child. She gets away from her and leaves there. Tara soon encounters Art inside the apartment building. He pursues her through the indoor mechanic's garage and stabs her with a scalpel. Somehow she escapes by freeing herself, but there was no way to escape. She hides there with a weapon. Art comes to her searching for her, but she sits quietly and he leaves from there. Seeing the opportunity, she tries to leave there, but the main door was locked. Then there is no way left for her, so she goes upstairs. There she finds Mike and she asks him for help, but he was wearing earphones so he could not hear anything. And Art grabs Tara right from behind him and takes her away. She tries to alert Mike, but Art drugs her. Tara awakens bound to a chair. Art was sitting right next to her. He comes to her with a weapon but does not kill her. He was scaring her. Then he brings a saw and puts it on her neck, but it was not for her. He goes and removes the front curtain and Art reveals Dawn, suspended upside down from the ceiling. He forces Tara to watch as he saws Dawn in half with a hacksaw. Tara tries to save herself. She breaks that chair and frees herself. Art moves toward her, but she runs away with a knife and stabs his waist. Art starts looking for her with a knife, but this time instead of hiding, she attacks him from behind. She makes him feel bad by beating him. Tara thinks that she will kill Art now. Then Art takes out a handgun and shoots Tara in the leg. Still, she tries to get out of there without losing her courage. Then he shoots it again. Even if that does not satisfy him, then he shoots Tara in the face. Tara was still alive. He fires at her again, but his bullets had run out. He goes to get another magazine. Then Victoria also reaches there. She couldn't find anyone in the car and the door of the apartment was also locked. Then she messages on Dawn's phone and unfortunately Art was sitting near her phone. He reads her message and replies and calls her inside through the back door. He then goes to Tara, but first, he takes a selfie with her on Dawn's phone, because Dawn also took a selfie with her in the restaurant. He then goes to Tara and empties the entire magazine on her face. Now you must be thinking that the movie is still halfway and the main character is dead. What will be shown in the rest of the movie? So this is the special thing about this movie. After the death of the lead characters, now the side characters will be made the lead. How? You will see now. The cat lady witnesses this and begs Mike to call the police. Mike dismisses her as insane, but Art soon knocks him unconscious with a hammer. The cat lady discovers Art cradling her doll. In a plea for the return of her child, she tries to show motherly compassion to Art by cradling him. And Art starts acting like a child. Victoria arrives to take Tara and Dawn home, but is lured into the basement by Art. She calls Dawn and her phone ringtone is heard. She moves towards the sound and reaches Dawn. Seeing her, she got shocked and starts running from there. Then she hears someone shouting. There, she discovers what she believes is an injured Tara, but it is actually Art, who had severely mutilated the cat lady and is wearing her scalp and breasts. Seeing her, Victoria runs away and Art follows her. Victoria tries hard to get out of there, but there is no use, then she hides there. Art reaches there looking for her and also sees her, but he leaves from there without doing anything because he had heard someone's voice. It was Mike's coworker who had come inside the apartment. Mike's coworker looking for him but is decapitated by Art. Seeing the opportunity, Victoria leaves, but Art follows her on a tricycle. She moves on to hiding, but Art finds her and tries to kill her by suffocating her. But this trick of his had failed last time also, and this time Victoria tears that polythene. Art also comes to know that this method is of no use. There was a nail in front of Victoria and she picks it up and puts it in Art's leg. She gets an exit there, but that too was locked. That's why she has to return even if she doesn't want to. We see that Mike was still alive and he hears Victoria scream. Victoria cried because she had found Tara. Art decorated her and kept her sit. She was crying sitting beside her when Art reaches there with his cat O9 tails. He starts hitting Victoria with it, and after many attacks, she injures badly. But Mike arrives suddenly and knocks Art unconscious. The two flee and call 911, but before they can escape. After this, he tries to get Victoria out of there, but that door was locked. He starts looking for something to break the lock, and then Art kills him and throws him down and crushes his head with his giant clown boot. Victoria tries to break the lock with an iron rod, but it does not break. Now Art starts moving towards her. The lock breaks at the right time, but Art catches her. She runs away after hitting something in Art's eye. She somehow gets into the garage, but Art grabs her hair. Somehow she frees herself and waits for Art to come back. Then he hears the siren of the police. Victoria retreats into a garage, and Art rams through the door with a pickup truck, causing further injury to Victoria. He gets down from the truck and goes to her, only then the police come there. Art begins to eat her face. Police arrive, but Art shoots himself inside his mouth with a pistol before the officers can apprehend him. Art's body is taken to a morgue, along with the bodies of his deceased victims. When the medical examiner unzips Art's body bag, Art reanimates and strangles him to death. 1 year later, Victoria is released from the hospital after rehabilitation from the injuries inflicted by Art. She is revealed to be the severely disfigured woman from the film's opening scene, whose Monica was taking an interview, and she even killed Monica. Here this movie ends.